Fishing is fun, but hooking is the only way. We're gonna show you how to catch some fish today.
Hey guys, I want to give you a little info about myself. You know, I've been fishing all my life, and I do these reports and videos every week, and I get some of my information from local guides who do it for a living. I have friends that are always on the water, and I'm always on the water at least 3 times a week. So what I do is I gather all the information and then I put it on my reports. So all the information I'm giving to you is current. So it's very current. It's usually like a day after a lot of the stuff. So I try to get it out to you so, you know, when you guys decide you want to go that weekend, you know what you could go after. And I hope you learn something from these videos, and if you like it, hit that like button, because it lets us know that, you know, you're liking the information that I'm putting out for you. And also, you know, if you would just hit that subscribe button, so it'll help me out a lot. So this report is for the 18th, and there's a lot of stuff going on. I think the striper action's still good. I've been going out. In fact, we caught a lot of stripers this last week. And, you know, I'm catching them on bass lures. I'm catching them on chatterbaits, of all things, because of the crawdads. We see all the crawdads they're eating. So we're catching bass and stripers in the same area. Most of the time, I'm only in like 2 to 3 feet of water. And we're catching nice stripers. Not even 18 inches.
On Ellen's scale, this is like 50 pounds. Whoa! Look at him!
Nice one.
Really a nice one.
Nice. That's a nice fish.
Just got him on a chatterbait, but it's gonna be a mama, so we're gonna
Let him go. And then you got the halibut that are going on in San Francisco Bay. When the tides are slow, it's real good. And there's no live bait receiver open yet, but I heard they're going to be opening here pretty quick. But right now, you're probably going to use tray bait, and you're going to throw it probably 1.5 to 2 miles an hour. Don't put no dodger or nothing. They're running straight bait, and they're throwing it, and you want to be anywhere from 8 feet down to 25, 30 feet. And they're catching a lot of nice ones, and they're catching a lot of undersized. So don't leave that dodger off. And then we have, there's leopard sharks being caught also. You could catch them on the shore. I'm going to be doing a video on that pretty soon. You got halibut, you got stripers. They're actually catching some of the stripers that are returning, because when they leave the river system here, they return to the bay. They stay out there and eat for a little while before they go outside the gate. Also, there's the salmon action outside the gate has been okay. When the weather permits, it's been really rough out there. But if you want to catch a lot of them, you should go to Moss Landing. You want to go further south. And the rules are easy limits, and they're trolling for them. So if you want to catch salmon, go south. And then probably in another 2 or 3 weeks around here will be really good. They're catching them around here, but the weather has been really terrible. So on the other front, down in the Delta, we've been having all this erratic weather, so the bass fishing's been a little bit on and off. I think it's actually better, because what it does is, instead of the fish just moving up shallow and spawning, they're moving back down a little, they're feeding longer. So once we get that week of like 85 to 90 degree weather, they're going to come up and spawn and do their thing. So the fishing has been really good. We've been catching a lot of bass, and most of the baits we've been doing have been reaction baits with the chatterbait. So today we got on a good chatterbait bite, those orange chatterbaits. And we've been trying to imitate the crawdad color, and if you look at some of our videos, you'll see the crawdads are a little bit greener and lighter orange. And one day I just put that color on and just was stroking them. So on my chatterbaits, I got a video that just came out last Monday, so go and watch it because I'm going to be showing you how I use that chatterbait. There's a lot of tricks in using the chatterbait. You got to make sure you have the right rod, the right reel, gear ratio. I use 5-to-1 gear ratio. I use braid. And when I'm reeling mine in, I can see the line doing a figure 8. So instead of my chatterbait going like this, you're going to see mine going to be going side to side like this and then side to side. And you can tell by the way your line, when you're reeling in it does a figure 8. And the speed, the grass weed lines, how do you locate the weed lines and everything. And I've been catching a lot of fish. You know, limits is pretty common and we're catching both species. I'm catching stripers and bass on a chatterbait because I think I got it dialed perfect. So watch that video.
Ooh, it's a nice one. Oh, he's a nice one.
There's a lot of things going on. A friend of mine has been up to Comanche and he's been catching the heck out of the crappie. He caught him up to 2.5 pounds. He caught a limit the other day in the evening. He also caught a trout and bass. So he had a mixed bag up there and the bite's been pretty good. And I heard Clear Lake is crazy. The crappie and the bass are on beds. So you could go up there and just catch the heck out of them. And crappie been averaging 1.5 to 2 pounds, which are pretty big for crappie. Then we have lakes around here that are really good mother lode for trout. I think they're going to stop planting here pretty soon because once the weather gets warm, they quit planting. But Comanche's been the hot one, and there's been a lot of fish caught in that 2 to 7 pound range, and a lot of limits being caught. And put the speedy shiner on and just graft them. Put that speedy shiner a little bit above where you're grafting them and you should catch. And you always want to go at least 2.5 to 3 miles an hour. And you can also, I would still top line like a Rapala, and like the video we did, you could always catch some fish up on the top, especially early in the morning. Kokanee fishing coming around the corner here. And you know, I've been out once. I'm going to be going out of here again real quick. And one of the hot lakes is Buller's Bar, where you could catch a lot. And you know, people that are just starting out, I always tell them to go there because it's so easy to catch them. But one of the hottest lakes around is Whiskey Town, Don Pedro, and Stampede, which I'll be going to in this next week or so. And I heard Stampede's kicking out fish in that 14 to 15 inch range, which is pretty good size for Kokanee this time. The shad fishing in the area, Sacramento area, especially the Sacramento River from say Freeport to Verona has been excellent. You know, a lot of guys are catching a lot of shad and they're using shad darts or the little pink or chartreuse 1 inch champagne grub. And it's been crazy. American River's a little bit slow right now, but I anticipate once we have a week of warm weather, those fish will start moving up in the American. So shad is also going strong in the area right now. So my tackle tip this week is going to be on Kokanee because we're right at the beginning of the season. And one of the things I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on the Kokanee fishing because there's a lot to it. But my tip this week is how to stack. So when I graft the Kokanee, I try to put the lures, you know, right on top of where they're feeding or where I see the schools of fish. So when I stack, you want to always run the bottom line twice as far. So say I let it out 80 feet and clip it in, then you have to go at least 10 feet in between before you clip the next one on. So if I see the fish from say 40 and then I see them at 20, I'll put 20 feet in between. But when you let it out, you only let half the distance of the bottom ones. So 80 on the bottom, I might go 25 or 30 on the top. And that way there you won't get no tangles. So if you set it up like that, you will not have trouble stacking. If you put them both the same, you're gonna have a tangle every time you hook one and you're not gonna do it no more. So the tip is half the distance on the top line. And watch for the videos. I got one coming out on Kokanee here this next week. And watch it, and then we're gonna be doing probably a couple more because there's a lot of tips that I'm gonna help you guys. And if you like this video, just hit that like so I know that you're enjoying it. If you go to the comments, leave me a comment and say, hey Alan, give me this idea, or I like what you're doing, and let us know what's happening. That way there I can make them better for you guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.
Fishing is fun, but hooking is the only way. We're gonna show you how to catch some fish today.